Welcome back, everyone, to Dicing with Death. And I should actually have the right over there. We go. Cool. Everything's perfect and beautiful. There was not a problem. There was not even a hypothetical problem. Everything was perfect at all points in time.
As it always is.
Yes. All right. So,
So you are back in Solstice. It's the middle of the night. I think you still have a hotel room for another day or two.
Yep. I immediately head to Traveler's Oasis and throw some coin on the table for the gnome. Because, I'll cover his stay while he's in town.
Sure.
Yeah. I just throw gold on the table for the gnome. And...
yeah, they'll set him up with the room. You just want the night or...
whatever gold covers.
For a while.
I mean...
oh, a gold. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So they'll set up a room for the night. They know you around here by now.
Yeah, I've been around a bunch. Then I'm gonna kill. Then we're just gonna sleep a bunch until morning.
Sounds good. Following morning,
we take Mr. Gnome and we go to my new property. And I point out to him what we want. Which
do you know what you want yet?
I didn't write it down. I got distracted with dinosaur weddings.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So here's a close-up of your property.
Yeah.
It's the black box next to the cliff between some other buildings.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about doing something like this with something like this with those two as bedrooms, this back thing as kind of like a warehouse. It's too big of a warehouse though. I don't know. I do need to plan this stuff a little better.
So Kierkegaard starts to survey the scene.
Okay.
He tastes the dirt and does all sorts of strange things that you're not sure are necessary, but he's gnoming around on the lot.
Okay. I mentioned to him that I definitely need a basement, preferably one that how do I phrase this delicately? Preferably a basement that allows me to expand it if I need to. Like let's leave the basement floor dirt. That way, if I need to dig a second layer, I don't have to go all the way down to get you. We can just do some shoddy thing here in house. So basement, first floor. I don't think we need a second floor. How hard would it be to build a second floor on top of a first floor? I ask him. Like if we had done a first floor and then later I decided to do a second floor.
How hard for
you?
For me?
Yes.
Second floor is just as easy as the first.
Cool.
Just makes the first floor a little harder. Gotta account for all that extra weight.
Yeah.
But no, seamless additions are my specialty.
Perfect. What if we do...
So he's sort of walking around, dragging his stone staff in the sand, mumbling to himself in his Gnomish dialect.
Yeah. Because we could do a showroom like this.
So is Michelle loitering around with you?
I think is she wounded at all? She is slightly wounded. I think Michelle is in study with her books. She memorized Read Magic this morning, and she's going over the... No, she didn't need to learn any of his spells. Oh, no, she wanted to learn Insatiable Thirst.
Yeah.
So she's reading magic on Insatiable Thirst and studying that stuff.
All right.
Back at the inn.
We can roll that a little later.
Okay. Yeah. That's what, 25 by 25. I don't know how to design a house, guys.
We don't necessarily need to deal with this right now. Okay, this can
Yeah.
be Kierkegaard for now. Should wish I'd found this guy earlier.
He's cute.
So maybe it'd be a better use of our time if we didn't do this now. But I'm happy to talk about it. Well, maybe we don't have anything better to spend our time doing.
Well, yeah. So what do we need to do besides laying out the floor plan and actually building the house? What other aspects need to go into it? Like, assume Quolny already has it fleshed out. I just haven't had the time to flesh it out. What would the next step be?
We'll need to look into costs.
Let's do that now.
Yeah. So I'm going to be referring to the whatchamacallit, that castle book.
Right.
The castle guide. But you will need to, so we'll also need to calculate the number of days. So I guess you do need a design before we can go through all of this.
Why? Oh, because it has to do with like wall numbers and stuff?
Yeah. Well, I guess if you don't want to do it that way, we can just give you a default building.
What is a default building?
Have you looked through this book at all?
Not in a long time.
So where is that? There's a table somewhere that has all of like it's got walls, but it's also just got stone building.
Okay.
And then there's a time, but each spellcaster cuts that time down by quite a bit. So page 54 in the book, I guess 55 if you're looking at the PDF. There's a table full of modules or whatever that you can piece together to build your castle. We're probably looking at stone buildings. Great stone are 2-story, grand stone are even bigger. So we're probably talking a large stone building, 1,800 square feet. So if we're 30 by 80, is that about what we are?
What page did you say? 50?
54.
Okay. Oops.
$30 times 80 is actually 2,400, but it's simple enough that I'm just going to go with a large stone building. Well, actually,
I wouldn't say this is
with
necessarily a large stone building.
It's bigger than a large stone building, actually.
Really?
Yeah, large is
for large stone building?
The description. 1,800 square feet. A large building is usually 60 by 30.
Okay. And
a great stone is basically 2 large stone on top of each other.
Oh yeah, because this is what, 80 by 30? No, 75 by 30.
If you want a basement, maybe let's add a small stone building to the large stone building.
Yeah.
So I think that time is in man weeks of labor, and the gold cost is just in gold cost.
If we're doing a spellcaster instead of like laborers, how does that change? How does that affect costs?
It's per level of spell so every spell level available counts as an extra laborer. So I think this guy's gonna. So there's 1 level for first level, 2 for second level, 3 for third level.
Okay.
So I think so this will be 12, 40. So he's basically by himself counts like 50 or 60 men.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So you may or may not even need additional laborers on top of that. Yeah, I mean, so he's surveying the scene. He tells you that he will need a design finalized before he can give you an official quote.
Yeah, I know what that's like.
But he can, I mean, he's estimating in the ballpark of 1,500 gold coins or GP worth. And it will take him... Yeah, probably 15,000 is his better estimate. I'm trying to figure... They do the time calculations in a way that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And you can actually also add yourself and Michelle to the... If they're helping with construction, and even just what you're doing is sort of helping with construction.
Okay.
The procuring of resources and that sort of stuff. And for you, it's just your level that is how many people you're worth.
Okay.
So we're talking approximately 200 man weeks of work. If you don't get him any help, he says it will be like 40. Wow. He says it'll be like 40 weeks.
That's a year.
Yeah, almost, he says it'll take him almost a year by himself.
Well, we definitely have to speed that up. If the two of us were to help out...
200 man weeks.
200 man weeks, and...
He counts as like 50 or 60 dudes. Michelle probably counts as maybe 10. You probably count as 7.
Why does Michelle count as more?
Each spell level you have available is a level,
okay.
Or is a man.
Okay, so I'm 7 men because I'm 7th level.
Yeah,
she's
she is
5 men plus 2 spell levels, so she's...
No, 5 men plus 3 level 1 spells and 1 level 2 spell.
Oh, so she's 5 and 4, so she's 9. Got it.
And he's like, he's like a 10th level mage or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or 10th level specialist mage even.
That adds more spells.
I think he's even more. You might even be closer to like 65 or 70.
Okay, I'm not seeing where that plays out, the spell section.
It's just a little, it's just like a sentence somewhere in like, what if you have magic users helping with your construction?
Gotcha. Workforce, heroic characters.
I think that's where it's under.
Yeah, there we go. The work of 1 man for every level she's in. For example, 6th level thief can do this in order. Okay, characters are able to use magic and be tremendous help. Blah 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 blah. For example, a 5th level wizard could do the work of 16 men. He counts as 5 men because of his basic level. In addition, he can throw 4 first level spells a day, which count as 4 more workers, 2 second level spells, which count as 4 more workers, and 1/3, which counts as 3. So Michelle is 3 and 2 and 5. So Michelle is 10. Yep. I'm 7, Michelle's 10, and if this guy's...
And this guy is like 70 or something like that.
Yeah.
Sunblade has basically, I mean, he's already put in some work. I mean, this stuff that you've been doing is going to be counted against the total
Right.
as just like background investigation.
Okay. Where is... So that would be... If he's 10th level, that'd be 3 times 5 is 15, plus 3 times 4 is 12. 12 and 15 is 27, plus 3 times 3 is 9, brings us to 36. No, I'm sorry, 3 times 4 is 12. So, what was that? Shit, I don't even remember where we're at already. 15, 16, 17. We're at 27, so we're at 39 now. Plus 5 times 2 is 10, 49. Plus 5 is 54, plus 10 is 64. So if he's a specialist wizard at 10th level, he should have 64. Count to 64 people.
Mm-hmm. And if you and Michelle are devoting your full time, that brings it to like 80. And then if you hire additional workers, you can make it even quicker.
Right. Okay.
Or if you can talk the Sunblade into helping anymore. He's actually already put in a week.
He's put in a week. Michelle and I, both Michelle and I have put in a week.
Yeah. So why don't we figure this out? Actually.
Yeah.
1, 2. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. Sunblade has put in 15 man weeks. You and figure out what you and Michelle are.
Michelle is 10, I'm 7.
Okay, so add all the 15 plus 10, 25. So 32 man weeks.
And you said a large stone building plus a small stone building?
Yeah, if you want to base
208.
Yeah.
So we did 208 minus, what did you say Michelle and I and Sunblade were already? 30 something?
32.
32. So we're at 176, and he is worth 65 man weeks per week.
Yeah.
So we could knock this out in 3 weeks then.
3 weeks? No,
Yeah,
it's not. He doesn't do. 65.
He counts as 65 days, or
65 men.
So if
okay,
he
yeah. So even if it was originally 200, I was thinking 200 of. Oh, okay. I was off by a factor of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can knock this out in
like a month.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
He can knock it out in 3 weeks. If Michelle and I stop helping at this point and just kick back, he can do it in 3 weeks.
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay.
But you will need to finalize the design, and it sounds like get him at least some money.
Right. I'm not sure what to do with the rest of my space. I have this big open area that's totally free.
Where?
So the area where the gnome is, I was thinking that would be my shop.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to put a door, if I can get the right brown color. You know, like a door
I don't know
goes
if Roll20 is probably not the software to design this in.
here, and here. Something like this, right? And that would be a staircase going down that you would have to approach from, like, beside this door. So you like go down the staircase that way. Actually, we could turn it around the other way. There's no reason the staircase has to be that way. That actually looks a little bit awkward. Why don't we switch that around? The staircase goes the other way. There we go. And then this would be the front, the shop where I pretend to sell things.
And off to the right is a warehouse.
No, this was going to be my warehouse.
Okay.
And those were going to be bedrooms down below it.
And then what's this off to the right?
I don't know. I don't have anything to do with that yet.
And then where's the grape dungeon?
There's no grapes.
Oh. It's an excellent climate for growing grapes.
Oh, well then we should make a grape dungeon. Yeah, we definitely have to have a door here. Except this upper door is going to be a secret door. And this is definitely closed off. And this is also a secret door. And that whole front section, I don't know. Have a door here. What is good to have? Maybe some sort of reception parlor, but then it's separated from the rest of the house. Maybe I should redesign this.
So I think we can continue to play out for the next half hour, whatever we're doing.
Okay.
But I think maybe design this over the next week or whatever, and
yeah,
plan on not finalizing it tonight.
Yeah.
And isn't the joy of home ownership you can constantly remodel?
Yeah. Is that a joy of home ownership? That sounds more like a pain in the ass of home ownership.
What do you mean? When you're renting, if you're like, fuck this wall, you can't just kick it down. Whereas if you own the wall,
yeah, but I also
take
think
a hammer to it.
Yeah. Okay, so if we do it this way, if where the gnome is a parlor, and the front door is like over here, like this, then I've got my big shop front that is 25 feet by 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got like a sitting room where the gnome is that leads back into these other bedrooms and stuff. Let's add another room. The sitting room can be a little bit smaller. And we'll add a second guest room. Oops.
What sort of shop are you going to pretend to run?
Like an antique shop or a trinket shop. So, like the thing where I'd have lots of weird shit from all over the place, so I can use it as a front pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. Sell all of the random art objects you find, and
It's like
if you have any left after this gnome robs you blind,
yeah,
or rather, charges you out the ass for use of his services.
I was really hoping the Sunblade was going to take care of those costs. It was implied in our conversation.
Implied to who?
To me. Also, I don't know how to mark it, but those doors would all be secret doors. Secret doors.
How are you going to make secret doors?
I don't know. Stone things that slide. Panels that swivel.
So Kierkegaard's going to know all the secrets.
Yeah, he will know the secrets to my house.
Awfully trusting of this little guy you just met.
Well, what are you going to do?
Can you trust a naked mole rat?
You know what? I actually think that this should play out. It's not a naked mole rat. Why would you say such a thing?
He kind of looks like one, to be honest.
Well, he's not. There we go. Move the staircase and the doorway. Much better. Now there can be like little railings on either side of the staircase, and this is a much easier route to get around, and taking things in from the back down the staircase is easier. Yeah, and then we can have like a little sitting parlor room hangout area. You know what? This wall may not even be necessary. Oh god, well those walls are necessary. But what if it was just like that? Get rid of this. The parlor that just opens up into that back area. No, because I would want to be able to shut that off from prying eyes, where I could have business dealings going in the back and down into the dungeon without people in the parlor necessarily knowing about it. I think I would want to seal that off with a door. That's the right choice. Okay, I'm pretty pleased with this map.
All right. How do I give you a player?
Oh,
Give you a character?
So there's characters that you can create,
Yeah.
and then I think once you create one, you can then assign it to individual players. I'm not sure. I think that's how the process goes. I could
Yeah.
be wrong. You know what? I'm missing a bathroom and a kitchen and any sort of storage facilities.
You aren't just gonna poop in a bag of holding?
I'll probably...
Best idea?
No! A portable hole. You just unfold it, poo, and just fold it back up. No muss, no fuss.
Can you wipe with the portable hole, or is that dangerous?
Why not? Alright, we'll change this from a guest room into a kitchen.
Can you roll as Michelle?
If I log in on a
And if you click on the bottom, there's like a as.
It just says Quolnir still, but let me refresh this page. Maybe if I refresh.
Well, I don't know if I made her as a character. There's actually like several Quolnirs.
Yeah, I see 2 different Quolnirs. I don't see a Michelle.
Really?
But
How
there's
do
2
I-
Quolnirs. Unless it's the same Quolnir that I
Can
can select
be
in 2 different
edited
places.
by. Oh wait, I'll give that a shot. You want to try refreshing and see if you have
Oh,
Michelle
there we
there
go.
now?
I got a Michelle and 2 Quolnirs.
Okay, let me see if I can. I couldn't figure out how to delete the extra Quolnir. Deleted. Alright. So now you can roll separately for her if you can remember. Or you can even open them up in separate browsers. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, that's what I was doing before, is I had a different browser for different characters. Alright, so we got a Michelle, a Quolnir. Alright, we got 2 Quolnirs and a Michelle. So what am I rolling as a Michelle? D100?
Nothing. I was just making sure it was set up. You should only have one Quolnir by now. What do you need to roll a D100 for? Have you
It
already
would
done
be
your?
her,
Oh yeah, let's do that.
26, which is below her 55.
Insatiable thirst.
Insatiable thirst.
It's a pretty underrated combat spell, if I recall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is a fun one.
They just drink everything that's not poisonous on them.
Yeah, force them to drink all their potions. And you cannot. I mean, the oldest trick in the book was cast insatiable thirst and chuck a poison at them.
But it specifically says, "Oh,
But
yeah,
if they don't know what it is, they'll
Yeah.
drink it. If it's like they won't drink their own poison. But if they have a liquid that is poisoned that they don't realize is poisoned, they'll drink it instantly.
yeah." Question is, which one of these should be the kitchen and which one of these should be a bedroom? You know what?
You need an ocean view in your bedroom.
Yeah, but also a kitchen doesn't need to be 10 by 15. A 10 by 10 kitchen is a big kitchen. You know? Here we go. And I want to know which one's the kitchen so I can put a servant's exit out over here. Like that. Of course, my bedroom is the one in the back with the ocean view. Mine and Michelle's.
Sharing a wall with the neighbor.
Yeah, but these are magical stone walls that are double thick. I'm not worried about it.
All right.
Okay,
Is there anything else
cool.
Michelle wants to do with her studies?
And no, I think Michelle is set for spells for the time being. Okay, good. I still have her character sheet on hand. I guess that was a day of travel. She gains a
didn't
life.
gain Does she?
No.
Yeah, she would have gained an HP. There's no combat that last day.
What do you want to do about leveling? She went from 8 max to 13 max, and she was down by 1. So is she at 12 out of 13 before healing, or is she at like...
She can just still be down by 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now
she heals to full.
Yeah. And Qualnir heals by 1, bringing him to 22 out of 26.
And you have some unidentified potions.
Oh, yes. Yes, I will have Michelle do her... It's 15% or 5% per level.
Yeah. Okay,
so
yeah.
That's 5 times 5 is 25. 25% chance to identify the 3 magical potions.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and roll that for you. First one she doesn't know, second one she doesn't know, third one she gets. I don't think it will be usable.
Usable?
Let me read the description. Maybe I'm really confused by the way this table is laid out, but I think... And you also have gems you can appraise.
Right, I was going to do that after the potions. What is the gnome's name again? I'm writing it down for the first time.
Kierkegaard, Sver... Damn it, I forgot the last
Kierkegaard.
name. Kierkegaard Sverfniblen. That's actually the subrace of gnome he belongs to, but he gave it to you as a surname. Sverfniblen. Alright, so the potion that she does notice, she recognizes by its shimmering golden color as a potion of heroism. It will increase your fighting abilities for a short period of time.
Is that fighter only?
That's what I was trying to figure out. It says warrior in parentheses. Does that mean it's only... It doesn't say in the description that anything about that. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, well... You can house rule that, one way or the other.
Is it meant to be only usable by warrior?
I don't know.
Because it doesn't say anything under the description of Potion of Heroism. Wait, so like Giant Strength says this potion can only be used by warriors. Ooh, this is Quirks of 2nd edition. Heroism... Okay, so yes, it can only be used by warriors. Yeah. So it will not be useful to either you or Michelle.
Well, I know what we're selling first in our store.
Although to a warrior, it would increase your fighting ability...
Significantly.
By several levels, yeah.
See, this is perfect. Now I've got like a little bar that I can work behind.
It doesn't even have a duration. There's just like a generic potion duration, I assume.
Yeah.
Where is that? Unless so, the 1d4 turns.
10 to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Use this.
Fighting at potentially like +3 levels or something like that. All the temp HP and yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. All right, so 2
like
unidentified potions. She'll have to level up. Where do you tell Michelle that you got those potions?
Does she ask?
She's your henchman. Okay.
If she asks, I ignore the question or shrug it off somehow.
Yeah, all right. She doesn't really push the issue.
I do want to investigate
Qualnir-
the 2 bags of gems, though.
Yeah, one was a bag of gems. The other was a bag of small, intricate little stone animals. You're getting quite a collection of these little stone figurines. So let me.
Okay, my chance to appraise is 12. Ouch. That's something you gotta run. Roll.
Your chance to appraise 12.
Yes.
So there are 2 art objects. Right, you succeed in both. There are 2 art objects and so 2 stone animals. One is a weasel with 6 legs, and the other is a bat, intricately carved from stone. These guys are worth I need
more dice.
600 GP each. And the gems.
Bag of gems.
So there are 4. 4 worth only 50 GP each. They're bloodstones, dark gray, speckled with red. Big, large stones. I don't know, the size of an eyeball.
Okay.
4 of them.
Cool.
Anything else we need to resolve? So from that loot, I'll give you.
Don't forget the silver bars.
Oh yeah, the silver bars. Those. So that was 2,000
times 50. That's.
Oh, it should be 200 gold.
Should be 100 gold. It's 20 pounds times 50 coins to the pound. Is 1,000 silver coins.
It should be 2,000 silver coins worth of bar.
You said it was 4 bars of 5 pounds each? That's 20 pounds.
Okay, so that's 1,000 silver. 100 gold. Okay.
Yeah.
And so 100 plus 200 plus, how much did I say the stone figurines were worth?
600 each.
So 1,200. So 300. So 1,500. Sound right? Yep.
Yeah.
So, and that'll just be for Qualnir.
1,500.
Mm-hmm.
Times 1.1 plus 46386 brings 48036. Okay. Excellent. What else do we need to do? You know what? I want to ask the gnome how much money he needs up front to get this job done. Like, how much do we need to pay him now? And how much supervision does he need once I hand him the plans? Because I have some shopping I'd like to be doing overseas.
He says he needs the plans to give you an accurate estimate, but 1,500 is his rough estimate at the time being. So to give you a quote, he'll need some better plans. But from what you've described, he thinks around 15,000.
15,000 gold
should cover it.
And how much of that he needs up front? 10%?
Like half up front.
Okay, so he needs like 7,000 gold.
Yeah. You haven't asked how he takes payment, but you assume he would probably accept
Jewelry and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, it's probably preferred to...
Oh yeah, to just a big sack of coins.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make sure not to give him his bloodstones and stone back.
So you don't need to pay him right now, but before construction starts, he's expecting...
Well, actually, I'd kind of like to
gold.
just erase the stuff from my character sheet that I'm not needing.
Mm-hmm.
So I would actually like to pay him his 7,000 right now.
Sure.
Okay, so if I erase from here to here...
Why don't you describe what you're giving up?
Well, I've got all this Misk jewelry that I've had since Seagate.
Uh-huh.
And then also on top of that, there's this one gem that's worth 10 GP. My 7 100 GP garnets. Let's add in my 500 GP gem. That brings me to 6,090. And then I will give him one of my 1,000 GP necklaces that is not the pearl necklace, whatever the other one was.
Okay. So this is like a pile of gems and jewelry.
Yeah,
You've just been like walking. You're just like stuffed to the brim with this sort of shit, aren't you? Leaking out of all of your pockets. Your bag is just stuffed with.
Yeah, I'm giving him
precious metals.
Giving him 7, 8, 9 gems and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of jewelry. And that brings us to 7,090 gold.
Alrighty, he will consider that adequate for now.
Excellent, because I would like to not carry all this stuff around, even though it's not included in my weight, but just, get it off my back.
Or is it all asterisks?
Yeah.
Aren't asterisks 10 to a pound?
Well, I never actually just marked them on my weight shit, because I've always been like 20 pounds underneath encumbrance.
Yeah.
So I didn't even bother.
Alright. So this will be enough to get him started. He'll expect another 8,000 when he finishes, but...
And then, how much do I know of sirens? Do I know of sirens as much as Neil knows of sirens, or...?
Yeah, basically. I mean, you've heard legends, but never encountered one or even necessarily knew they were real until you heard that one singing and asked the captain.
So after paying off the gnome, I pulled Michelle aside and look deep into her eyes and say, we should go get some wax and go find ourselves some sirens.
Her eyes light up. If you recall, she initially suggested that she wanted to.
That's why I'm pulling her aside.
Yeah, meet whatever creature was capable of producing such horrifying songs.
And I'm definitely going to use the friend spell when I get close. She's going to charm the shit out of those sirens. Those sirens are going to be so jealous of Michelle, they're going to, like, bow down to her. It's going to be fantastic. That's what we have in store for next week, guys.
Awesome. I'll prepare a siren encounter.
Yeah. And then after that, just so you have a heads up, then I'm going to go loot that Tossaloi ruby mine. Oh, I never tried to identify the Tossaloi rubies. Either the big one or the bagged one.
I thought you... Oh, this is what you took from...
Because I've got 2 pounds of small rubies, and then I've got 2 big Tossaloi rubies that you give me a super big ballpark on. You're like, they're worth like 10,000 gold. But I never actually figured out their price.
I thought we did appraise them.
They were never appraised on any of my sheets.
Do you have anything written down? So the 2 pounds is 2 pounds of ruby ore, which is, you may be able to fetch like 100 gold a pound or something in that ballpark for it now, but if you were to get them in the hands of an expert jeweler, you can make ruby with it. Or you can get a few rubies out of it.
And the 2 big, fat, scary Tossaloi rubies?
I think they're worth like 5,000 GP each.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
They're worth what rubies are worth. I think it's just straight. I can check the...
So you're saying if I mine the ore properly or get it to someone who can properly craft things, that I might be able to get some 5,000 GP rubies out of that ore?
Maybe a couple.
Ooh,
Maybe,
that's definitely worth putting the effort into.
There's a whole mine full of them out in the jungle somewhere.
And you did give me experience for them already, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, cool. Because if you didn't, I'll accept it now.
Even if I didn't, I'm not going to give you 10,000 experience now just because.
Okay.
And I'm reaching the point where I'm not so stoked on giving you experience for these loot I can't give you like 10,000 experience for the dragon in addition to killing a dragon for the horde.
Well, yes, but the thing is that for me to kill a dragon is like 10 times as much work for a fighter to kill a dragon.
Yeah,
that's where the experience shift comes in.
Yeah. From now on, I'll probably be using more discretion. So I mean, it's mostly to reward thief heists and that sort of thing.
Right.
So to reward you for coming up with an excuse to double back and rob the gnome blind.
Right, but not so much for like you killed them and then you happen to come across their treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
But if you use your thiefy abilities and manage to avoid combat, you should still be rewarded for robbing the shit out of a dragon, even if you don't actually kill the dragon.
Right. Right. Okay.
Yeah,
well, I think on that note, we are 2 hours in. It's 10:30. It is ending time. We're a little.
All right. We managed to kill a lot of time. Hope you weren't too bored chat while Neil was here oogling over his rubies and dreaming about his seaside property.
Yeah. And join us next time for more Is Comcast going to throttle our bandwidth? Episodes of Dicing with Death next week.
You never know.
You never know. We'll probably do a Wednesday next week, but we might switch it around, so keep your schedule open, guys.
Keep your eyes on the Twitter.
Eyes on the Twitter. Also, we're introducing Ryan's Twitter today. Ryan, what is your Twitter account that you got?
Twitter.com/go fuck yourself.
Okay.
That's
maybe next week we'll get Ryan to get a Twitter account, guys.
GOFUCK.
Yeah. People in chat are asking how much experience I need. I need 2,200 experience to get to.
Oh, that's why you wanted those rubies.
I'm sorry, not 2,000. 2,200.
22,000.
22,000 experience is what I need. There we go.
Yeah. So you really do need to kill a dragon.
Yeah, it's going to be a long time before I level up.
Michelle's probably got another in 5,000, 10,000.
Probably 10,000.
Did she just hit 10,000?
She just hit 11,470. I think after that,
why
it's like
a bard? Why would you level at 11,000?
You don't. You level at 10,000, but she hit 11. Like that's her current XP.
Dude, there's actually a twitter.com/go-fuck-yourself.
Of course there is.
And the icon is Jesus. It's that his name is Jesus of Nazareth, and it's got a picture of Jesus flipping the bird.
Nice. Yeah, Michelle needs 20,000 to level, so that's another 9,000 for her. 9,500. Yep. It's hard being at the top. You level so slowly. But that's it. Any final shout-outs? Any, do you want to say something mean about chemists or physicists or biologists? I know you engineers and physicists have your biology and chemistry aren't real sciences, guys thing.
You're just trying to start controversy.
Oh, of course I am.
I'm good.
You're too chill. We
need all of the science.
Okay. Fine, be a reasonable person, Ryan. Fine.
I'll try and come up with something controversial to say next time. As if I don't say enough vulgar shit throughout the broadcast.
We probably just need to do another Love Bites with you. Probably.
Yeah, I'm up for that at some point.
Yeah.
Not this week, but
no. I think we got Jen this week and then Jeff next week.
Janet from
Live in Pink this week, and
nice. That'll be fun.
Well, we'll see. She said she'd do it before. And
you heard it here first. Neil promised.
I haven't promised yet. We've got to confirm. My Skype has not worked for 2 days, so yeah. All right, we're out for realsies this time, everyone. Bye. Take care.
Bye. Thanks for watching.